Hello there! Welcome back to Charles Circle, and welcome back to Anno 117. Last time, we skirmished with the pirates. Having discovered where their island is, out this way, in the bottom southern corner of the map, we probed their defenses, and we managed to draw their fleet out of their harbor and sink it. We didn't have the ships to push all the way through. They have a lot of coastal defenses in here, but we now understand how many ships roughly we're going to need in order to finish this siege. And because we sank their navy, roughly right about here, under the waves, we have pretty much uncontested control of the seas. And that's not to say that there aren't the odd pirate ship here or there, still poking around, but we have, I think, more ships in our remaining navy still than probably exist on the rest of the map combined. Now, they're all making their way home to the repair crane to top off on health, and we have one, maybe two more boats coming out of our shipyard to reinforce, to make up for the ships that we lost in that fight. But once that is true, we will basically have, I would say, uncontested control of the waves. And uncontested control of the waves means that we could support, say, a land invasion against one of our fellow governors. And would you look at that, one of the other things we did last time was build a little bit of an army, a little bit of an invasion force. So shall we make use of it? Now, last time we said that Licia Ma was probably our most likely target of our three competitors here, just based on how the diplomacy had shaken out to that point. We still have a defensive pact with Dorian. We also have a non-aggression pact with Tarragon for another 80 minutes of game time, but we don't have anything preventing us from declaring war on Licia Ma, at least not mechanically. The complicating factor with Licia Ma is that she actually has really good relationships with the Emperor. In fact, I think the best of everyone. If we go in here and open the reputation overview, you can see if he has a favorite, it's her. And we might be second favorite, but if we declare war, we will not be second favorite anymore. And Tarragon, of all things, actually has the worst relationship with the Emperor. Now, this matters because it increases or decreases the likelihood that the Emperor will intervene on her behalf. Whatever that means, we don't know, but it sounds spooky. Because he has the worst reputation, and because our non-aggression pact will be over, relatively soon, I would say the optimal answer here would probably be to let this truce burn off and then declare on him. But if I'm being honest, my ADHD does not have the patience for that. I crave violence and I crave it now. So as soon as our fleet is back here and repaired, I think we're going to load up and head for Fang Hong over here, this island. So while it's repairing, I think we're going to do two things. One, make sure that everyone's in range of the crane here that needs it. You are at full health and therefore fine, but you need to get a little bit closer here. You're at full health, get out of the way. Great. All right, well, while the repairs are happening here, we need to do two things. One, by queuing up so many ships and troops, we've spent down our population. So I think we're just gonna, real quick, copy and paste a block or two here and prop that back up. Maybe we can just go here. Overwrite the shrine slightly, but then upgrade a few of these Libertus into plebes. Maybe out here? These folks seem willing and able. And that should take care of itself. I think in a moment we'll spit out more troops and I'll need to do something else about that, but we'll see. And I think our City Watch has this little riot under control. So our population should bounce back here in a moment when that is recovered. Great. So that's thing one. Thing two is we shouldn't go into this blind. Let's take a look. What are we going to do over here? Well, we got to drop troops somewhere. I think our goal, as I understand it, is to try to destroy the villa. And I think that will subdue the island.
The wine needs to breathe.
A lot has to happen before we can get there, though. And she's got a few troops over here that might have something to say. So this is roughly comparable to the number of troops we have. She has a slight numbers advantage. I think we might have a quality advantage, but it remains to be seen exactly how much that makes a difference. I will also say that a lot of spears, right? So we have 2 strong cavalry units that are great in a vacuum, but that will probably bounce right off these spears, not in a good way. So we'll have to be careful with that. So I guess there are 3 beaches on this island that we could try to drop our troops at. The first here is the closest, which has, well, that's its own merit. We'll get there faster. It'll be faster to escape if we need to. It'll also allow us to destroy a lot of this military infrastructure right away, because we're going to get the jump on her. She doesn't know this is coming. We have a mangonel, I think, that hopefully will do good work here, but I think with the number of troops we have, this tiny little tower shouldn't do too much. My one concern with landing here is I don't really know how crossing a river works. Are we dependent on their bridges? Can we build our own? Is the AI smart enough to destroy a bridge to deny us if that does work? I have no idea. We'll find out. If we landed on this beach, and to be clear, we can land here and then decide to reroute. That's not a problem. It's just a little inefficient. If we landed here directly, well, we could get a jump on our troops, and we could fight nearby where our support ships would be. Of course, they could also just fall back behind the walls with their archers. I think they'll probably have some garrison units that pop out of the villa as well. So I'd like, if possible, and I have no idea if the AI will bite on this, I'd like to draw their troops out here and then try to defeat them out in the open away from their defenses. I don't know if we'll be able to force that issue, but I think that's what we're going to try first. Remember, this is all a learning experience, and if we end up not being able to prosecute a great war here, like I said, Tarragon's a pretty good target, and that truce will burn off in a little bit anyway, so we're going to call this our first try. So I think we'll land right here, probably bring our ships all the way up as close as we can before we press declare, and then try to burn down the trading post real quick, which will be the primary defense here. So I think that's the plan, and we'll keep it loose. We'll see how it goes. We'll play it from there. I think this just means it's empty, and if I press establish again, it'll just go away. Weird. Okay, so let's, I think, now that we have most of them, start loading up our troops. So I've got one more of these triple scorpion ships, which is our sort of ranged siege ship, right? I think we have those on control group 3 right now. I think that's right, great. These ones we're going to keep at range the whole time, not because they couldn't get in closer, but because we have other ships that can do that job just as well. This is an archer ship, which is part of our control group 2 for now. These, I think, are going to help our troop transports. Our flagship has a lot of capacity. We have a proper troop transport over here, heavily armored, very fast. This will be if we need to evacuate. It'll take our 2 most important units, I suppose. But between the 2 in this capacity, the 4 in our flagship, which is also very fast and therefore a pretty good transport in its own right, and I think we have, so this is another siege ship. Let's add it to control group 3. We have an empty trireme around here somewhere. Pentaconter. There we go. So this will be our lowest value transport, I suppose. So let's say that the heavy transport takes our shock troops, which we're going to say are the 2 infantry. Put them in here. See how this works. They just walk up to the shore and hop on, I'm sure. There we go. Very good. Seems ready. And then let's say maybe our cavalry goes into the ship. This little leftover pentacontra that we have here. And we'll put our archers and the catapult into the flagship. Why not? Seems about right. I think that's going to be it on troops. I think this is enough, certainly for a quick skirmish. We'll find out. We are not going to be afraid to learn and retreat and come back, just as we did last time with checking out the Pirates Island, right? We don't have to commit to burning this to the ground or dying in the process. So I think we are probably pretty much ready here. I think we have one more ship that's going to come out in 30 seconds, which we can cut to 10, I think, by speeding up. And then I think it's time to go. So there it is. Shall we? Let's get, I would say, all the way over here. Maybe even to here. Oh, who are we missing here? Yeah, that's our, call that Control 4, I suppose. Our troop transport was a single ship that did not fit a category in my heuristic, I guess, for control groups. But let's get on over here. I think it's time. A nighttime raid. Not planned. Kind of a cool vibe. Great. So, everybody come on in close here, and let's open diplomacy, I suppose. This is where a human player would kind of know something is amiss, huh? Well, bad news. Okay, let's see how this goes. I have no idea what to expect, but I am excited. So we can go, as a reminder, an all-out war, which will cost us more reputation and in fact send us negative, but allow us to destroy civilian units and buildings, or a limited war, where civilian structures and ships are off limits, and the Emperor is less likely to intervene. I think we're going to start with a limited war, because I don't really care necessarily to burn the island down. We're not trying to damage her. We're just trying to see, can we conquer her with what we have? And I think we only need military units and buildings to go for that. We just need to get our way into the villa. Now, this will keep us from being able to, say, raid and cause enough havoc to force her troops to come out. So there's a trade-off, but I think it's worth the additional reputational cost. Oh, it's only 20. I saw minus 30 here. That's right, it's net. Okay, great. That's good. This minus 30 is a good minus 30. But here you can see, right? Defender, known supporter, she is the Emperor's, I guess, favorite person, or at least above a certain threshold of reputation. So we'll see. Because this also increases likelihood of intervention, I kind of think we're going to go limited. All right, well, let's just do it.
Must you shatter the pretty picture I painted of you?
Indeed, we must.
Would
Okay.
this be fun?
So, wow, she offers a treaty already? That can't be right. Okay, so the game's paused, but I think, so these are military targets, it seems, because they've lit up, hopefully. So when we unpause, I think all of our ships should start attacking. We do need them to unload as well, though. So I guess, can we just do this, maybe? Well, let's find out.
Attack.
Do you think the fish will enjoy the candied prunes?
One of our troops is under attack.
Who else has troops here? Our troop transport, of course, that's right. Send them over here, maybe.
Gather arrows.
Someone has... Oh, you know what I definitely left behind, though, was our... Did I? I did. Our civilian ship, whoopsie. I'll get here, better late than never.
Expensive.
With our cavalry. That's right. Alright, this ship is somewhat damaged, but that's not too big a deal. I think everyone's unloaded now, which means... Yep, great. I'm actually... Oh, not quite everyone. There we go. Alright. I'm going to put all of these now, all of our ships, onto a separate control group. Have them attack over here. What's her response look like so far? She's moving her troops, but doesn't seem willing to come face us in the field, at least yet. Okay. Where is our ship with the cavalry? There we go. And I'm actually going to rearrange our control groups a little bit further here. We'll go infantry on 1. Ranged on 2. Cavalry on 3. And siege will be 4. So, let's go find out if we can use their bridges, huh? Be a little awkward if not. I think our cavalry would be the quick way to scout whether that's true or not.
Prepared for anything.
So we'll send them ahead, see what happens here. If we can cross the bridge, we're going to come right back because these are cavalry and those are spears. But let's see. Yeah, seems like it. And it doesn't seem like we can cross without using the bridge. Good to know. Alright, well let's see if we can draw them out this direction. If we can get them to be the ones crossing the bridge, that's even better. How slow is this catapult? Rather slow. Let's deploy.
Ordinary sequence.
So we're going to keep the... Oh, okay, so they can just cross over here then. Never mind. Very interesting.
One of our troops is under attack.
So yeah, let's go ahead, charge in here, see if we can't take advantage of the fact that they have to send these over in small groups. We will, let's say, distract with these, sort of keep them splitting up, and let's keep our siege protected off to the side here as well. And while this is happening, try to focus down one at a time here. I think this is their morale in green, and then the numbers are the actual health, of course. So that unit has shattered. Okay, and they're trying to come in and reinforce, which means we need to try to distract again, provoke a reaction. Actually, if we can dive these archers here with these spears out of the way, we are definitely going to.
They die with honor.
orders.
Yeah, that's great. I'll take that. You do not want to be a bowman dealing with a cavalry charge, huh?
I've got a bigger sling.
Oh, why did our... I didn't mean for our infantry to go over here. Okay, time to run away as the horses because those are spears. Why are these archers not firing by default? It's a little frustrating. We have the higher defense troops here, so all else equal, I think we're fine with fighting in close quarters. Good, so this is pulling them away again. Divide and conquer. I suppose we are Roman. What if these do splash damage? I hope not, huh? Good. That seems to be chasing them off. So let's come back here. Yeah, we definitely need these folks to retreat and catch their breath, but these archers should hopefully be able to take down a spearman charge. Keep an eye over here. Ceasefire from the pirate again. Actually, I want to get these horses probably all the way over here now, see if we can't charge these folks.
I've got a bigger sling.
Yeah, we probably could have used a little bit more infantry. I think that's probably the best lesson we've learned so far on our composition here. But the archers do good work against the spears for sure, so that's good. Very good, so that should be those archers routing.
Oh, you calling a donkey? Forward.
Let's see, do you think we can squeeze our cavalry through here? I think we can. It'd be good to kind of skirmish a little bit here. See if we can kite them. Hit and run a little bit. We don't want our archers actually in melee, although I think this is an auxiliary troop set, so they shouldn't be as strong. Good, do you think we can rout these archers before these show up? Hopefully.
Full of trouble. Riotor.
Time to fall back. Not interested in our horses eating spear.
You've got grapes. I'll give you that.
Oh no. Well, that would be a bother.
Friend, you know I'm the Emperor, right?
Oof, okay, so we can lose a lot of reputation here. Do you think we get a couple more minutes here to try to clear out some of their troops? Oof, okay, there is definitely splash damage. Our catapults, I think, are causing some trouble there. Well, it is what it is. I suppose we will have to make peace. We had the upper hand and did the most damage.
Rare as white crows.
I wonder what that will give us.
I await your instruction.
That's not the event I want. I want to see, well, I guess we have to deal with it now. Freedom for Eudoxus. Slave doctor, service of prominent Bonononia family. He demands freedom and the funds to purchase the freedom of his family. Well, we have the cash, we get reputation for this, we get happiness for this. We don't have to spend cash here. We get the same reputation, but, you know, a bit of a trade-off in malice. Yeah, we're, I think, obviously going to spend money, a thing that we have a ton of, to gain primarily the reputation, but obviously the happiness is good too. All right, cool. Let's see, what else do we have to do here? Ceasefire offer from the pirate, but again, he wants us to pay. I don't even care about 5k. I'm just absolutely not going to
I see how it is.
lose reputation here. I suppose we'll need to evacuate our troops. Did we lose any troops? I mean, they need to heal, obviously, but I think we have the same... Do we have... yeah, I think we did lose 1 unit of legionnaires. Okay, but we definitely did more damage than that. If I go look at the diplomacy here, yeah, her army power was higher than that before. Cool. A festival can be hosted, ship construction, and oh, this is this because we won? Yeah. So, oh, okay, good. I was gonna say, because it was a little disappointing to like be told, hey, you won, and your victory reward is having to stop. So this is good. This will help us replace and augment the troops that we lost, so that's great. And then a random specialist or captain is nice as well. Oh, this will end the ongoing festival, which is too bad. I wonder, can we, if by postponing, do we get it later? Because I would like to use this after it burns off the hygiene festival, because I think we're making a lot of money from that. Yeah, if I go back here, and by the way, we can be on this island. Like, we didn't get exiled or immediately pushed out. It's kind of interesting. Sort of expected we would be forced out. And now I'm wondering, can we land here during peace? That would be kind of funny. All right, I'm gonna at least hold off on this. But I think we need to, we said at least replace the legionnaires we lost. I think if we learned anything, it's that we probably need a third one of those units, which appears to mean we need to promote some more population. No problem there. I think this block is probably next up. Maybe throw in... Ah, heck, why not? Let's just do all of this. And we will grab another set of blocks over here. It's probably time to... It's probably time last block, actually, already to rotate things, but that's okay. Yeah, let's do, I don't know, something like this. Cheeky pirate. Yeah, not a problem. All right, just everybody load up. I don't care what boat. Probably over engineering it at this point otherwise. So let's add more workforce before I forget. Probably something like...
Your people are ailing.
This. And it seems like we should probably drop a Medici here. No problem. Oh, and one of the researches that I queued up at the beginning of this episode without telling you, whoopsie, is latrines, which is a... Oh, nice. Very convenient, tidy little building here. that will improve health here too. Neat. So maybe, and we have a ton of health, but why not have more, right? See if we can't fit 1 or 3 of these in here somewhere as well. That seems good. How about, I don't know, there? And here if we, whoops, add a bit of a road. Probably need to add a road up this way in general. Can I not get through the aqueduct there? I thought I could. Maybe the move is to go under here? Well, officially more trouble than it's worth. It's going somewhere else. There. Good enough. We have good health here. So see, we still have an hour and a half on the Hygeia Festival, which is +1 income and knowledge to every building on this island. It's very good. I don't want to overwrite that festival. I'll totally tee up the next one, you know, afterwards, but I would rather let this one run out first. Nope. All right. Have we finished loading everyone over here? I don't think we have, right? All right, good enough. Let's get all of our ships back home. We'll heal everyone up, including our military units, which do require a bit of time to recover. And I think they heal faster if they're encamped. Let's see. It'd be good to learn how that works too. So, what did we learn? I think that went well. At least we learned how combat micro works well. And I think we also learned that the Emperor will intervene, and that is a bit of a bummer. That's too bad. We obviously couldn't prosecute the advantage that we took by winning the battle. But what can you do, right? So I think he's less likely to intervene against Tarragon, and so maybe we will plan to do that next. Something to think about. Alright, who's got troops? I will say this is a little bit clunky. Not that it's fair to expect this to be a polished RTS or anything, but still. Alright, I think that's all the troops.
12 ships left Parthaver. Only one came home. I know
Sorry to hear that.
befell the others.
Let's see. So, you are actively healing? Is that a thing? How does this work? Do we need to encamp in order to heal? Is it required or is it just help? Let's see. Alright, but I think these folks, either way, we should say, have over here, go camp up and recover. Probably you too. Doesn't fit. Awkward. Let's rearrange slightly here, right? Just move these two over a tiny bit. And then this area should become a bit more viable. I really wish I could just do the segment here. It auto highlights, and I'm sure there's a way to do it, and I just haven't figured it out. But this does not delete just the segment of the road. I have to do this,
A new unit has been recruited.
and then rebuild that segment. Rather odd. Not the end of the world, of course. Alright, and this guy hasn't healed at all, so I think he probably... It seems to me like you have to in camp in order to heal. And I'm pretty sure, whatever it's worth, that there's at least a technology that reduces maintenance when you're encamped. I think that's right, because I think it's one of the ones that I queued up at the beginning of this episode. Nope, it's one of the ones I thought about queuing up at the beginning of this episode. Let's grab it now while it is relevant. Our catapults are onager. Not very impressive. Of course, we fought troop-on-troop battles, and this is an anti-building unit. And of course, we did destroy their trade post and the tower that was there, but I don't know that we needed an onager to do that, so probably not something to prioritize unless you're pretty sure you're going to end up having to knock down some walls, particularly, say, stone walls or something. The other one that we could look at is the Scorpiones, which is an anti-formation siege unit, which is pretty cool. We can also improve our Legionnaires, 2.5 hours worth of research, and unlock even better cavalry, another 2.5 hours. Those seem cool, but also it's going to take a while. Don't think I want to wait for it. So, very good. Do we need to add any more boats? I just kind of hate an idle shipyard. We should probably. Maybe we'll do another troop transport version of these, which was, as a reminder, no weapons, all mobility and survivability. So let's save 2 more of those. That should be, hopefully, enough to bring, well, that'll be 6 troops. I mean, the issue is that by adding all of those, you know, level ups, so to speak, we definitely take away from their ability to transport troops, which is kind of the point. So that's definitely a trade-off. I would absolutely hear arguments for just the speed. Who cares about survivability? If you are dropping troops under fire, you probably shouldn't do that. You should probably win the waves first. But I don't know. If I can build a stronger ship, I'm probably going to. It would be cool to get additional captains as well. That's something we only have on our flagship. And maybe it's a good point that we should probably come over here and start buying. We have all this cash and nothing to do with it. Or actually, even better, stay here. Nope, come on. Stay here. Let's just go buy a boat. Right? We can just do that.
Have fun with your new ship, Governor.
And buy some items. I guess I could have seen if the items were worth buying before buying the boat, but, you know, what are you going to do? So, additional health for Medici, fine, whatever. Additional belief. Amphore chain. Workforce from residents for Equis, specifically. That would be helpful if it were broader, but potentially good. We have plenty of health, even though we are supplying garum. And city watches become cheaper. I think we're gonna re-roll. See if we can get anything better. Here, this is actually a captain. This would be great to put on our province transfer speed. That would be great to have on our trade route that goes to Albion. Patrols. Here we go. Also, potentially good to have on the same boat. We only have one, so it'd be one or the other. Attack range. Bonus, so this is a good captain for us. Let's grab this one. Let's grab this one. And see if we can't do one more. Whoa. I mean, necklaces we don't even make yet. 35% productivity is great, but I'm not spending 120k on that. That's half of our remaining cash. Prestige from tunics is interesting. We have a decent amount of prestige. Might grab that one. I don't think we care so much about safety for fires, and I don't know, 10% on sailmakers. It's just not worth setting up the infrastructure to actually make use of him. Gatherers, workforce needed, and upkeep cost. Unimpressive. All right, but we'll take these 3. And I actually don't want to equip. We'll just take him off the ship slot itself and come on home. That's great. And I think there's another one over here we could do the same thing.
Sweet melon. I haven't slept for days.
Any good ones? Hit points and self-repair. See, that actually is helpful, potentially. Prestige from cloaks, a thing we don't yet provide. Ooh, denarii for sinking ships. And yeah, okay, so we'll use this, not for the denarii, but he does eventually pay for himself if you do it enough. And then troop recruitment speed is not a bottleneck for us, and that's not a huge cost discount. I think we would grab this one and this one, plus the chance to reroll means I think it's worth doing. So let's do it here. Let's buy. We said this one and this one. And let's see. Elias, 10%. Cargo weight slow down, I don't know. All residences in range get prestige. Yes, please. Weaponsmiths. Yeah. Hunting cabins and fisheries, workforce cost. Okay.
Let me tally that up for you.
One last roll. We just have cash and nothing else to spend it on, you know? Gate. I don't think we need a captain for our gates. Yeah, this is nice defense, but Ooh. So this is actually interesting. Aqueducts are a limited resource, right? There's only so many mountain slots and only so much water you can get out of them. It's a little bit of a luxury, but I think we're going to buy that. And prestige from tunics we've already seen and shrugged off. Okay.
It's practically stealing.
Brilliant. Well, let's get you home too. Very good. Very good. Alright, how much? What's going on up here? He wants to renew the non-aggression pact. No, the whole point was to wait. She also wants to renew. We must have gotten an enforced one with the truce or something, because we definitely didn't sign up for that. We know, we were just at war. She wants a defensive pact.
An easy vote for both of us.
And it looks like we do have to run this festival or lose it within the next 4.5 minutes.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
Which cities? Interesting. How would that have happened all of a sudden? Ah, because everything's on fire. Yeah, math checks out. I suppose we could build literally even just one set of firefighters. Probably a good idea. Maybe put him here with a little bit of a road. Oh no, that doesn't work. Some rearranging then. Something like that. There used to be in 1800 a way to do all of them at once, and I'm sure there is in this as well. I just don't recall well, I don't know the shortcut. It doesn't appear to be Shift U or Control U. So be it. This should hopefully bounce back in a moment, and we don't need to worry about it anymore. Let's see. We haven't checked on Albion in this episode yet. Let's see what's going on over there. Last time we got up to nobles. Great, we have ruins over here too. That's what happens when I fight a war. I just completely lose sight of our domestic situation.
If you're after something, it'll have to weigh down a
That's right, we had a fire up here. Yep. I guess I shouldn't be so blasé about fire safety, huh? I think that's what we've learned. So, we also learned last time that when you get all the way up to nobles, here we are, the tier 3 up here, that is the ceiling in Albion, but it also unlocks the alternate path. I'm assuming it works in the other direction too. If we'd gone Celtic first and gone all the way up, then we would have gotten the Romano-Celtic unlocked afterwards too. But we are up to tier 2 for our pure Celtics now. And yeah, we need a few more before we can unlock the trousers and torques, which would be the next need. We still need to produce cheese or beer. And probably send, I would say we probably do cheese and then send the excess back. I think that cheese is a thing that we can send back to Latium as well. So maybe we can quickly set up at least some of this. So one of these will handle 2 of these. So get this guy out in the marshland here somewhere. So the center is the fertility, I suppose? I don't know. But the outside range is clearly the health impact, which I think is fine. It does need fields. Ah, that's the, I see. That inner circle is the range where we can place the fields, of course. So that works. All right, and then let's get a pair of cheesemongers, dairy kitchens, it seems. Got a warehouse up there, that'll be good enough. So actually, does everyone want cheese, or is it just the Celtic level 2s? Kind of forget if we've glossed over that before. No, it's just the Celtic level 2s who need it, which doesn't mean that the building, radius wouldn't impact, but it's something to keep in mind, I suppose. So let's say we can do 2 of these, we said. Let's do
of a ship has finished.
1 here, I guess. And 1 up here, but warehouse nearby-ish, right? Not super close. Not super close. Maybe we'll do here and call that good enough. Cool. Well, we'll let that tick up for a while and maybe set up a trade route accordingly. But for now, let's head back to Latium and see just how much longer is on that Tarragon non-aggression pact. If he wanted to renew it, it must be over soon. In fact, it is. All right, so a few more minutes. I've got it on 3x speed, so it won't be that long. But I think that means we could probably declare a quick war in this episode still, which would be cool. Yeah, he definitely wants a ceasefire. I wonder... Yeah, no, so it would cost us... Again, he wants us to pay. Like, he should be paying us for a ceasefire. So, absolutely not. And Noser... Well, you say that. Your cabbages are mine, friend. Alright, good. So these ships we bought are here. So let's go ahead and get those items in here. This is now a spare naval ship. This will be a better backup transport than our tiny little pentaconter here, but same concept, so we'll keep them all in a pile, I suppose. This is also a troop transport. We do have another one coming out. Very good. Very good. Okay. Is it? This is the other one? Nice. So. This one we said we we're going to save for our Albion trade route. This one we want to socket in here somewhere. We need more prestige here, or we can finally get around to building our first Officia, which I think we should probably do. So we'll do this one out here, actually, because I want to get that aqueduct bonus in here. So let's go ahead and slot that in. See if I can remember. Yeah, this one. So we're not even close to... Wow, okay, never mind. I take that right back. We're very close to being out here. So perfect timing. If only I'd kept my mouth shut for 2 more seconds, I might have sounded a bit more prescient there, but that's okay. We'll take it. Yeah, and then this just needs to be moved. And this road extended. Can we do that? Maybe. Perfect. Perfect. All right. I don't think we need any others in this spot, right? These are prestige from tunics we want in the center. This is... Oh, this is towers. I thought this was a captain. That's less helpful. And this is residences. So that's the one we do actually want in here. Who's our least impressive one here? It's probably the Medici one, right? The rest of these are better.
Little exercise.
Far, far better. All right, you are unslotted, and let's get the prestige one in here. 3-6 now. Cool. We're getting closer to, I don't know, the next level. I don't have a specific target in mind there, but...
Construction of a ship has finished.
So let's see. 70, 18, 22. If we pop out here, no change to workforce, twice the upkeep. Wild. Okay. So I suppose we should really be camping, especially our most expensive units, which Siege does seem to be, the Legionnaires seem to be. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's do that then. Archers are not particularly expensive, so I suppose we'll prioritize camping the Legionnaires over them in the same limited space. Very good. So let's take a peek over at Tarragon's Island and think about what we want to do for invading his island. Now here we might actually need our siege units. We are also, I think, going up against fewer actual units. Now he still has a villa. He's probably got garrison units that'll pop out as well. But it's a little bit less of a pitched battle, I think, here. So we'll probably land here. And if we can, I think we'll try to do an all-out war. See what, you know, attacking some of his buildings does. Because I would like to try to draw him out to fight on the shoreline. That was the one thing we couldn't quite accomplish in the last invasion. But I think we could force him to kind of come meet us in the field if we did go all-out war and just started, you know, burning stuff down out in the fields. But then this is the villa, ultimately. Okay, and that's probably what we're aiming for. He's got a couple towers in these defenses. It's a cool double wall system. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, I think this works. I think this will be where we go. So we'll just kind of come in here, all loaded up, just like we did last time, declare war, immediately drop troops. And I do wonder, could we drop the troops before declaring war? Because that would be cleaner. Let's try that this time. I don't know if that's going to work, but the fact that our troops were on the island afterwards kind of makes me think that that might be possible. Do we need to break any sort of trade treaty? Yes, let's do that.
Diplomats, bureaucrats.
So that's out. And we just have a couple more minutes here.
Goes against your own interests. Who
But
would trust
yeah, I
you
think that's
next
probably
time?
not the most impactful negative we've had on our relationship with her recently.
Ready!
obviously know I don't want to just re-up on the treaty I just canceled.
We stand waiting.
Alright, so let's get troop transport. Spare trireme. Spare trireme. There's another troop transport in here somewhere, right?
Ready. Time flies. As do we.
Yeah.
Time flies.
But I do think, I thought I had one more around here somewhere.
Has started in your
Uh-oh.
city.
Do you think I'll finally pay attention to fires in time? I kind of think... Didn't we already deal with this, or am I... Yeah, we dealt with this. This is fine. Although there is also low-key a riot. I suppose we should get a city watch in here too.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
Yeah, well, that's because everyone's on fire, so... It should take care of itself. Okay. Back here. Let's load up.
What could you possibly require? I've got a bigger sling. Sagittary.
Oh, shoot. I totally missed the Victory Festival, didn't I? Oh well. This is still good. I don't want to be walking away from this, so... I think it is okay. Alright. Are you full? You are.
We stand waiting.
Let's say...
Neptune's finest. Ready.
Actually, can you go here? Nice. Let's get our cavalry on this one. Same troop types where possible, I suppose.
What could you possibly require? Neptune's
No space.
finest.
That's right.
Ready.
Shall we do all the archers on this one or something? Wildly over optimizing right now because I don't know, we're waiting for we're waiting for 2 minutes still for the
Possibly require.
burn off of the truce. So let's get the fleet out there.
Do we?
These folks all get added, right? Woo. Come on over there. What's your deal? You're just our old spare Pentagonter. Great. Let's get something researching, right? It'd be a waste not to. What is this? Maintenance, we're encamped. Sure. And let's get over there. If the truce isn't over yet, it will be soon. Truce, non-aggression pact, that's what it's called. My friend. No.
I'll cut you in.
You won't, though. You're asking me to pay still, so...
Shake on it.
Alright. Diplomacy. And there we are. So. This is possible. An all-out war costs us a decent amount of reputation, unfortunately. A limited war would cost us less, of course, as usual. But he, meaning the Emperor, less likely to intervene just based on who the defender is, at least. I do wish there's no way that we can interact with the Emperor, like, proactively, is there? And try to improve our reputation here. Not so much. Not that I can see. Well, that's all right. this is what the reputation is for. So I do want to at least try. Can we unload before declaring war?
What could you possibly require?
Oh my gosh, where are... There we go. Oh, actually, no. Come to this side. We want to be on the correct side of the walls. Why would you build a wall like that? Not a very good wall.
Waiting for your decree.
Who else has troops? I know someone does. There we go.
What could you possibly require?
Okay. And, can you? No. Can't disembark on Peaceful Island. Okay, but we can still be on, I suppose, afterwards at Peaceful Island. So, I think these 4 ships are all of our... 3 ships are all of our units, right? 3 archers, 3 legionnaires, 2 cavalry, and our siege unit. Let's do it! We're going all out.
And I shall dig out my angry young man. I made my name at sea, and still you dare cross me.
I do dare, my friend.
We stand waiting.
You're going where I can't follow.
Ah, Dorian's mad now, too.
Throw away, Praetor.
Which seems fair. I am warmongering.
Ad manis fratrum. What could you possibly require?
One of our troops is under attack.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, you
That's right, it
blind
is.
donkey.
Alright, let's go. So,
Mandate captate.
let's get in there.
Yes. Throw away, Praetor.
Actually, if you can reach the tower from there, that would be great. Nice.
Sound the alarum. Save the injured.
I think we send the catapult... Well, let's think about this. What are we looking at? We've got some spears here, so
Come ordinary segue.
we know what to do with that. Yikes. Did we lose our other... Oh, he's still in the boat. Well, that's not any help whatsoever. Maybe we'll try to cavalry charge there and start attacking with the catapult that tower. And as much as we can get our boats in close to the shoreline, I guess that's the move, but... Let's focus on the professional spearmen first. Seems like that's happening.
They'll send their hobnail boots home to the families.
Alright, so we've lost one of our infantry units so far.
Another of your eyes.
Let's pull our horses back. They're not doing us much good just eating arrows. Then I think it's time we gotta start taking down this this gate here. What ship? Oh,
Remorse
Right.
settles in later.
right. He does have... Let's just quickly pause here for a second and build a quick tower at home.
I'd
Whoops.
not say it's gone especially well.
Kinda
Ade.
forgot me won't want to do that. So let's go... Oh, it's under attack, and so therefore we cannot. Interesting, but it is there, but not here. Sure, fine. Fine by me. visual. Let's, I don't know, just build a series of them. Probably good enough. What we don't have, though, is a way to do much about these. Okay. What we might do there instead is send a little bit of, where's our short-range archer ships? Yeah, so let's do that with, let's say, you. Who else? You. Yeah, I think that's right. Alright, so control group 6. All of our archer with ore ships can get over there. And we get back to microing this properly. I am worried that we're not going to be able to take this gate down without better siege. Yeah. Yep, that's okay. We have a spare Pentaconter to backfill already, and we will figure the rest out later. I think we have these spare triremes now too anyway. Probably good to upgrade them, frankly. Alright. Hey, grab some flotsam too, right?
These are fearful tidings.
Actually, let's get the archers here.
Is under attack.
The infantry keep going on the gates, I guess.
Under attack.
Well, geez, that didn't go very well. I thought,
Of the utmost importance, Ere.
well, thought we had more of them over there. I guess not. Thought I sent 3 ships. It seems I did not do that. Grab them a moment. Is it just everyone's all stuck in here together? Might be that. Okay. So yeah, it definitely seems like we need to have real siege. So let's bring our units back here at least. And we'll let the Onager do its deal from range. That's why it's here after all. And then I think while we are, because that's about to be a bit more of a chronic thing than an acute crisis to solve, let's get ourselves some more heavy ship-to-ship combat ships going. I think 2 of those here would be great. And wouldn't it be nice to train some more backup legionnaires? Ceasefire. No, not unless you offer us something for it. Why would we do that? And in fact, I suppose we can try to cause some cost to him in the meanwhile as well. Oh hey, everyone, shoot the boat. Why is no one paying attention to the fact that there's an enemy boat here? And why am I unable to select this boat? Interesting. I don't know why it's selecting the Legionnaire instead of these boats. A little confused by that. Very good, though. We've taken out the tower. Time to do the gate next, I suppose. Come on, back from arrow range, please.
A structure is under attack.
That's all right. That's what it's there for.
We stand, waiting. Waiting for your decree. What could you possibly require?
Castaways. Interesting. Guys, come on. One, how is he spawning ships out of a ruined shipyard? That doesn't feel right. But two, why is nobody shooting at him? Very odd. Alright, well, knock down this wall, yeah? And once that's done, I mean, we should be able to push in here. Of course, there are more gates, more etc., but now that's interesting. Why is there fire over here? Is it just that fire is spread? I didn't send units over there to torch anything, I don't think. So, can you attack the building itself? No. Why is it not? That's odd. It's a little janky, if I'm being honest. This is not the best, most intuitive unit control setup that I've ever had the pleasure of working with. Maybe make a little bit more of a hole in the wall here. Is it just that archers can't attack buildings? Or is this also going to just send him forward?
In your city.
It's fine. Yeah. I'm trying to right-click, right, to attack a building. But it's not, it's just sort of deploying the unit there. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, well. Alright, well, let's push forward a little bit here. I still see more units, and at the moment we enter this area, right, we're going to be under fire from all of this stuff, so kind of think the answer is to move out this way, take out another angle first, which is a boring answer, but I think a right one. So we'll push forward. I think the other thing we should do is maybe think about adding more siege, right? We can do that. We have a siege workshop around here somewhere. There it is.
A new unit has been recruited.
Perfect.
What doesn't raise a sweat doesn't get you ahead, man.
Could put this onto one of our messed up trade routes. There we go. We need one here and one here as well. Let's just add one of these random civilian triremes that we just purchased, right? And now we've actually upgraded, which is great. So I do think we'll want to send...
Waiting for your decree.
Yikes. These units, let's say, back for a bit.
What would Pericles do?
A festival. Sure, do it. And I suppose we're gonna need some more population. So we'll slap down another set of those and upgrade shall we say, these. Probably have to do more than that too, huh?
Construction of a ship has finished.
You know what? We'll probably have to come back in here later and clean this up a bit, but I think we're just going to make sure we have the ability to staff our troops for now.
We stand waiting. What could you possibly require?
Oh, how's this going? Oh, yikes. Oh, what the heck?
Playing us quick tricks.
Well, yeah, that's not great.
Waiting for your decree.
Yeah, it's extremely not great. Well, we've lost most of our military here then. Well, is what it is then.
One of our troops is under attack.
Celerate.
Ship is under attack.
Okay. Well, given that we have not brought enough siege,
Full of
we have lost some of the troops that we did bring, and that we probably need to reinforce our trade routes. I would say that this was another qualified success. I don't think it is worth trying to push the villa quite yet, and I'm not even sure I'm gonna push for or accept a ceasefire necessarily, unless the Emperor forces it. But I would say we should probably regroup here. But that's okay. We've learned again, and that is that siege is useless if you're not pushing into a city, and absolutely required if you are. So we've got siege queued up. We'll definitely make more of it. We might even sit here on this beach. Just a little worried about having to babysit in the meanwhile. But I think the answer is to
Recruited.
reinforce before we push meaningfully in here.
New unit has
So if we
been
can keep
recruited.
chipping away here, I think that'll be worth doing, but it's going to take a little while. So I think we will call it here for today. But I think this was a pretty good little experiment of an episode. Definitely feel like we've learned a lot about the military setup here and what we'll need to do to successfully prosecute the rest of this war. We've won, I think, both of our encounters. One was an enforced victory by the Emperor. Here, I would certainly prefer our position to Tarragon's, but I'll acknowledge that we haven't achieved our final goal here yet. But I think we learned how to do that, and we should be able to in the next episode in a pretty straightforward way come back and mop this up. So we might even maintain this beachhead. Let's see. But cool. This is fun. This is like a whole new angle or aspect to an Anno game that I've not experienced before, which is very fun. I like this. And it's better than just naval combat, you know? Purely naval combat was you just rolled into a harbor, you unloaded on the main building, and there you were. You were done. You pretty much caused the surrender there. I mean, it was just a matter of time after that. So I like that this is an aspect that we get to think about now. It's more complicated in a good way. It's more nuanced. So I'm glad it's part of the game. I am enjoying getting to know it, and I look forward to learning how to do it well soon as well. So very good. Well, yeah, I'm continuing to enjoy myself here. As long as you are too, you should probably come by for the next one too. We'll keep on going. I think we'll be able to finish Tarragon off here next time. That's the hope. So do stop by to see if we're able to do it, or if we, lose our entire army while I'm off microing something else again. It could go either way. You never know. Until the next episode, though, have a great rest of your day, and bye-bye.